Hello guys, hello everybody. As you can hear and as you can see, we've decided to come back to the English version of our program, and today I'd like to offer you a very special unboxing. It's a first expansion to the game of Ostrołęka, 26th of May 1831. This is a game about the Battle of Ostrołęka from Polish uprising, November uprising against Russian occupants. And this is the first expansion to the game of Ostrołęka, called Iganie 1831. It is in Ziploc, and I will show you in this program, I will show you what it contains. I hope you will enjoy this unzipping. So please and welcome Iganie 1831. And as I said at the beginning of the program, today we open this Ziploc and we find what is inside. This Ziploc contains the game Iganie 1831, which is the first expansion to the game Ostrołęka, 26th of May 1831. Of course, to play this expansion you need to have this game. So as far as I know, the author of this game is working on English rules. I don't know how long it takes, but I hope it will be very soon available for you, so you could play this game with this expansion with English rules. This game is about battle of Iganie. This battle has been fought between Polish insurgent forces and Russian forces. It was the most of the brilliant victories in this war, because this November uprising is very often called Polish-Russian War, because this was a time when we have, despite we've been under Russian occupation, we have our own military forces. Of course, they were dependent to the Russians, but finally we have our units, we have our cavalry, artillery, our infantry, so we could start uprising based on these units. And this game is about one of the battles of this November uprising. It was fought between units of one of the most smart and most clever Polish general Prądzyński, and the corps of General Georgi Rosen by the village of Iganie. In the village, to be strict, it was directly in the village. And now I'd like to tell you how it came to the battle of Iganie. Just after the Russian attempt of capturing of Warsaw in February 1831 and the Battle of Grochów, the Russian General Dibich has decided to withdraw his forces for something like a winter rest. And just after the winter, when the springs came, the Polish headquarters decided to start the offensive against part of Russian forces along the one of main roads. The Polish wants to withdraw this part of Russian forces from their territory and capture the major Russian depots, ammunition depots and artillery depots in the town of Siedlce. And few days after the offensive started, the Polish forces encountered forces of General Rosen in the village of Iganie. It was a few kilometers from the main goal of this offensive, Siedlce. So it was a very short story of the battle, about the Polish spring offensive. So now let's see what we find in this Ziploc. Open it very carefully, and what we have there. Counters, of course, they are already punched. so you don't need to punch them, don't need to count them, just ready to play. They look very nice. I'll show you a few examples of them. See the green, light green are Russian forces. We have cavalry, infantry, artillerists, and blue are of course Polish insurgent forces. Uniforms very colorful. Oop. So counters are ready to play. You need to do with them nothing, so just put them to the prepared zip bags and you can start to play. The map, I show you map first. It of course contains the terrain of the battle, the village of Iganie, roads, forests, river Muchawiec, and swamps along this river. It's very beautiful. It's a hand-painted graphic, I think. It looks very nice. This map is made with the same manner as the map from the base game, so they are these both maps are really nice. So you can see how they look, how this map looks. So what to tell more? It's a map. It's made on a maybe not very thick cardboard, but it's alright. It's not bad. It should last for a long time. No worries about this. It looks really nice and it's I think it's very durable. So that's all about map. And now rules. Oh, here we have a legend. So all the terrain types shown on the map is the same thickness of cardboard, so it's really durable too, I think. Rules, of course, in Polish now, but I said to you previously the author is working on English rules, so I hope they will be very soon available for the English players and you can play then this beautiful game and this beautiful expansion to this game. Okay, so we leave rules on the end, and now I show you the turn tracks for scenarios. Here we have some special rules for this expansion. This rule contains Russian artillery, still in Polish, but hopefully very soon in English. Here we have table charts for the units to the expansion. Simply we take the lost power of the units. Of course, there is another system. You just use the counters with power. You put them under the counter, and that's another way you mark the power of the units. You can use the tables or you can use the special counters with power printed on these counters. Put it under the directly under the counters. And the last table for the units power. That's all. And now something about the rules. Of course, short introduction on the beginning of the rule book. Of course, as I said before, you need to base game Ostrołęka to play this expansion. Here you have some adjustment of rules only and some detailed rules for this expansion. It's very nice. It's very good quality. So what I can say more? Nothing. I think you can see everything. So the words are not necessary, and you can see what we have exactly in a bag. Here the scenarios start. We have few scenarios for this expansion with the tables with short descriptions of the scenarios, and of course the note from designer. and that's all. This game was released at the end of last year, 2018, and the base game was released in 2015, if I remember good. Both were released by Erika Publishing House, so please wait for the English rules. And now the only thing you have to do is to wait for English rules and just to see if this game is worth of playing, worth of buying. From my side, I can tell you that it is. So thank you for watching me. Thank you very much for sacrifice few minutes for our program. I hope we'll do more episodes in English, despite our accent is a bit cross, you know. but you know, I have 12 years old son, so maybe he could arrange some episodes for you. His English is much better. He's attending English school, so I think you will understand him much better than me. I hope you understand me anyway, but his English is much better, so it will be more fluffy for your ears, I think. So we'll find out in the future. But thank you very much. See you soon, and have a good day, have a good evening, wherever you are. See you.